Waiting. So while I'm waiting to continue with food resolutions, I'm also going to delve a little into agriculture. Let's look at some vegetables that we can readily find around us. And you say, oh, I don't know which vegetables to go for. In Nigeria, when we tell the African and the Nigerian food story, we tell the story of the strength of our cultural heritage, which is what we find around us, the food we find around us that are readily available. You can drop your seed anywhere and they begin to grow. Number one, we have our ugu leaves. Our ugu leaves are everywhere in Nigeria. Is there a place you travel to you don't find ugu leaves in Nigeria? And ugu leaves have traveled out. Oh, they have gone to different parts of Africa, from Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire to even outside Africa. We have people, what they do now is to dry the leaf. When they get the ugu leaf, they just sun dry it. When they sun dry the leaf, they pack them and then load them in bags, in Ziploc bags, and send them out to any part of the world. Do you even know you can even use this as business as well? So your ugu leaves, is when you plant them, it's not just for you to consume and eat. You can also make business out of it. You can plant and then you now send them. When they are dry, you oven dry them. Not oven as in put them in the oven. Just leave them somewhere you can sun dry them. You pack them. These things are gold once you leave the shores of this country. So you have also okra. Okra is a global vegetable. Anywhere you go, you find okras, and they're all very fresh. Nigeria is not left out. Africa is not left out in the gift of okra. In fact, right now we have a place right at Oyinbo International Market where people, what they do is when they get the fresh okra, they cut them into tiny chunks. They dry them, sun dry them. And when they sun dry them, they pack them and then they send them out. They send them out of the shores of this country, different parts of Africa, different parts of the world. People buy and they pay you in dollars. So that's also a resolution. You can decide this year, okay, I'm going to do some entrepreneurial things. And that's part of it. All you need to do is go to the market, get the okras when they are fresh, cut them in tiny chunks, dry them, sun dry them properly. Once you do them properly, then you pack them, you can begin to sell. Look for family and friends, or you can decide to do it permanently as a permanent exporting business. But you can also relish this. Okra, very, very rich in vitamin C, vitamin A. You can use okra to prepare all kinds of lovely dishes. Yes, Nigerian delicacy soup. Have you tasted okra soup with bitter leaf? Have you tasted okra soup with just palm oil? Have you tasted a mix of okra and ogbono soup? There are different ways with it. So when you come to ugu leaves, kwanu, you can do ugu. Thank you, Solid Balam, the support behind me. Oh, so you can do ugu leaves with okra, ugu leaves with water leaf. That's what we call edikaikong. You can do ugu leaves with ogbono. There are so many things you can do with ugu leaves. You can even just shred your ugu leaves, mix a little of pepper and some little oil and use them alongside your rice. These are healthy ways. What other vegetables do we have? We have a wedu. Some people call this crane. Crane is C-R-A-I-N, crane. And then a wedu is so rich, so super rich in the right vitamins. When you look at vitamin K, vitamin E, amongst others, a wedu is lovely. Then for those who are recovering, you find those who have been sick for a while recovering, they may not have appetite. Try to do a wedu for them. Some people will use the broom, the natural, yes, that's our own Nigerian, African way of doing it when you come to southwestern Nigeria. But we've discovered other ways with ewedu. You can blend. When you wash, put in the blender, you blend, and then all you do is just prepare. Some people even drink ewedu, and I don't want to know if you try, but I'll make it a little, just warm it a little before I take that. All right. So you can even decide to also slice. Just get your knife, slice. And some people are always telling me, oh, Lydia, when I try to slice my ewedu, I see that it's so slimy. The way it draws kind of irritates me. That's the unique selling feature of a wedu leaf. All you do is hold it very well, get a very sharp knife, cut, and then use it. Have you tried using a wedu to prepare yam porridge? So when you want to add your veggie, just add some ewedu, sprinkle some ewedu, and then remove from the heat immediately. You will see how this is so good in terms of the flavor, in terms of even the aroma. And what about the nutritional value? We also have water leaves. Water leaves are ubiquitous. Water leaves are everywhere in Nigeria, especially Africa. If I don't know of any, I know of my own Nigeria. This country is so super blessed with fresh, organic vegetables, fresh things. You can just drop. Do you know you can even get to the market, buy your water leaves, just get one stem, insert it into the soil, it just starts growing and we so blossom, so flourish. You will see the leaves everywhere. Say, which book are you reading from? It's my cookbook. All right, so you have different. What about F4? F4, we call that spinach, our own Nigerian spinach. We have F4 tete. We have F4 shoko. There's one that comes with the red color at top, in the middle of the leaf. There's one that just comes green. When you use this to prepare F4 riro, hey, then make sure you add some pomo and fish, tomatoes and pepper. Then you add some crayfish or shrimp. Leave it. You can use it forever. You can use it with rice. You can use it. Let's not go there. So that's another one. Then there's these bitter leaves. Very bitter, just as the name connotes, but very healthy. Very healthy. When you make your egusi soup, have you tried adding bitter leaves to your egusi soup? Okay. Have you tried bitter leaves with water leaves? Go and try it. You say, no, Lydia, if I try it, it will be so bitter. I won't know. No. At the end of the day, the bitterness just clears off naturally. So use your bitter leaf alongside your water leaf. Have you tried saint leaves, which we call ephedrine? Saint leaves are all over the place. And they're things are expensive now. Unlike before, when you can even get saint leaf of like 500, you have a very big bunch. Now, even with 1,000, what you are getting is it's so small. But do you know, it's better to dwell more on the side of vegetables. It's part of our resolution. I've resolved this year, I'm going to take more vegetables. So I'm going to take maybe 2 times or 3 times a week. I'll make sure vegetables are added to my meal. That everything I take, there should be a measure of vegetables in that meal. You can decide to do that. So I'm giving you examples of vegetables you can go for this period. You can go for your spinach. You can go for your ephedrine, which is saint leaf. Then there's this one we call ochazi. Very bitter. Very bitter, but also very healthy. The health benefit is 95%. The nutritional value is more than that. So you can add this, adjust when you make your stew, you make your sauce, your soup, just add this as garnishings at top. So you have a measure of some bitter things you can eat to help keep the body going, to boost the immunity of the body, to keep the system good. Then you also have the one we call oziza. The oziza, you have the seed and also you have the leaves. These, I will stop here because all these leaves are available. When you get to the market, tell the traders, the food traders, or those who sell vegetables, I want these vegetables. They will show you, and then you can get them, prepare something nice. It's okay, Lydia, I don't even know how to use any of these veggies. I don't know where to add them. You are free to go to the YouTube channel, Gourmet Guide 234. You find some of the veggies we've used to prepare meals. So you see, okay, how you can combine ugu with water leaf to make a dikaikon. There's one other leaf. Why did I forget? Afang leaf. That's the one you use for afang soup. So to prepare your afang soup, you now combine the afang leaves with your water leaves. There's bitter leaves. You can combine bitter leaves with water leaves as well. You can make. Have you tried making a wedu and okra? I tried it. It was so. So you shred your ewedu, you shred your okra, and then you mix everything together. Yes, so it will be a solid draw soup, but also very healthy. Make sure when you're making all these veggies that they are quite fresh. Don't leave them until they are all withered. Then when they are withered, you're like, oh, no, you won't enjoy them like that. All right, so let's go. What else are we looking at now? Let's move back to our resolutions.